Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together and welcome Adeline on stage. Adeline, please. All right, let's give Adeline another round of applause today. You guys are all making your presence felt today. All right. Good morning, Adeline. Thank you for joining us today.
Okay.
Well, you're sitting here in the spotlight. I gotta say, you don't even look nervous at all. You're a real pro. So don't worry about it today. Why don't you just tell everyone in the audience a little bit more about yourself?
Okay. You already know my name is Adeline. I'm 14 years old and I go to Ahmad Ibrahim Secondary School, which is in Yishun. How many of you school in Yishun? Anyone?
Anyone here in Yishun? Make some noise. Okay,
No one.
well, it seems like not really. Yeah, that's okay.
Just wondering. Yeah.
What CCA are you in?
I'm in choir.
Choir? Anyone here in choir? Oh, there we go. We got one person. Yeah, voice out loud. That's what choir trains you to have, right? A good voice. What do you do for your hobbies, Adeline?
I sing. I play the piano.
Oh, that's great. Okay, and how long have you been playing piano for?
11 years.
Ooh, wow. You can hear gasps in the audience. I can't even play piano, I can tell you that. Okay, and so, Adeline, I understand that you were born with this rare congenital eye disease, and that affects the way that you see. And to date, you've actually gone through 10 cornea transplants. And for those in the audience, a cornea is part of your eye that affects the way that you see. And she's gone through 10 transplants so far. Adeline, can you tell us a little bit more about the challenges that you faced in that journey?
Well, actually, it was really trying because I never actually had confidence when it comes to operations and everything. When I was 11, when I was P5, I think I was kind of scared. When I first went to the hospital, I remember I was screaming and I was crying. I didn't want to go. And then after that, even after I gained my confidence, I still had to keep on going through this operation. And it was kind of, it was difficult because when you take the anesthetic, right, and it's a kind of thing that you got to breathe in and then you just fall asleep so that the doctor can do your surgery. When you wake up, you start to feel discomfort, you start to feel very uncomfortable and insecure and everything. Yep. And then I had to bear through that like overnight in the hospital. And then after that, they have to keep on, then even after that, I still have to go for eye checkups regularly. I have to open my eye, even just 24 hours after they did the surgery, I have to open my eyes, the doctor will shine torchlight in it, and it's already painful from the op, and you still have to do that. So it was really difficult, yeah. But I tried, and I sort of made it, I guess.
Yeah, well, you were telling me backstage there are some things that you can see now after these 10 transplants and 10 operations. You can see shapes, is it? As well as...
Yeah, I can. But shapes are still a bit fuzzy, I guess. But like maybe I can see simple shapes, maybe like circles and squares and triangles. But if you want me to see a hexagon, it's hard.
Simple shapes, right? And colors as well?
Yes, colors, mainly bright colors, but then darker colors are also okay if I look a little bit closer. It used to be more difficult to see darker colors, but now it's okay. Like let's say dark blue, I used to mistake it with things like purple or something like that, but now it's okay.
That's great. And I understand that your family has been very supportive. Could you just tell us a little bit more about how your mother has been throughout this entire journey?
Well, she has always taken time off work, and she always like come to the hospital to be with me during all these hard times. Like during my operation, she would stay with me in the hospital and make sure I'm okay and things like that.
So when it comes to operation, who do you think is more scared? Are you more scared or is it your mommy?
I don't know.
Okay, that's all right then. So I understand that you still had to go back to school despite all that. How is that for you? You're going for operations and then going back to school and studying?
It's kind of hard because, I mean, you miss so many lessons and then you still got to take exams and everything and then you don't do very well and then you start to worry whether is it your own fault that you never study properly, or is it because you keep missing lessons, or you start to get confused of what you are sure of and what you're not sure of, and then after that you fail your exam and then you start to worry whether you're going to retain or stay back and things like that. So it's kind of stressful for the past few months, but I I've gone through that period, but yes, a bit stressful actually, but okay.
Thanks for sharing with us, Adeline. I mean, all these things are definitely. Well, I would experience that as well. If I was skipping school, I would be worried about that too. So, how did you overcome these challenges? You've talked about the pain in the operations, the recovery, as well as going back to school. How did you overcome these challenges?
Well, actually, the thing that I do when I want to relieve this kind of stress is, well, I talk to people, I guess, and I think I just have to do things that I love to take my mind off things for some time. Like maybe if I feel really too stressed out, I told myself to take a break and maybe play some music or chat with some friends, something like that. It's a bit kind of relaxing. Not a bit, actually. It's a very relaxing just to do that because, I mean, you have been like stressing out about all of these things the whole day, and just to have a few hours of like time with your friends or doing things that you enjoy really helps.
And it's not all just about the activities you do as well. I think you're telling me about the things that you think about, you know, what you tell yourself. And what are sort of the things that you tell yourself throughout this entire journey?
I tell myself that it will all be okay, and that however discomfort you're feeling now, it's only a day or something like that. So the thought that it's only lasting a day is really a comforting thought. So I would try to tell myself that not to give up. It's just now you're feeling it, but it will get better.
Right. And I think there's some people who come up to you and say, you know, I'm sorry this had to happen to you, but I know you've said before that you're happy to have even seen a little bit. Can you tell us about that?
Well, I went for operations in 2012 and 2013. This new operation thing, hard to explain, but basically I could see better after that. And then there was rejection last year, and I had to go through it again. Well, this year, there was infection in one of my eyes, my right eye. Actually, I had to go through a normal transplant, not this special one that actually helped me to see, the normal one, which means it would fail, it would reject. So I sort of lost a bit of my vision. So, it was actually disappointing at first. I finally managed to see the world, and it's like I'm losing the vision that I have like gained through a lot of pain and a lot of perseverance. But it was disappointing to slowly witness my eyesight failing. But yes, I'm glad to at least have seen something. I mean, it's better than nothing.
That's right. I think that's an amazing attitude to have, Adeline. I think it hasn't just been a roller coaster journey. You've also gone out and done a lot more, despite all this, despite all your operations and everything. Is there something that some people thought would be difficult for you to do, but you said, hey, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do it.
Not exactly. I mean, people never exactly told me that it was difficult for me to do, or they did not think that I can't do it. But there are things that people are really amazed that I could do. Like example, inline skating, you know, like they put wheels in, like 4 wheels in a straight line below a pair of shoes or something like that. Then you just have to balance on them and move and without falling.
So you've learned inline skating.
Yeah, in school, and I did it in like other places, like maybe outside, or because there was one time they let me do it on Octolive when I was 10 years old, just to show how I do it. And it was really a surprise to lots of people found it amazing that I could do it. And then another thing was there are things that also people not exactly think that I can't do it, but they're not sure how I'm going to learn. They don't know how to teach me. So let's say ballet, for example. I wanted to dance ballet since I was 6 years old, but I didn't have a chance until I was 9. But I didn't really get proper session. I mean, I only gone for a few lessons before. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I stopped. I can't remember. But when I was 12, finally, I think someone volunteered or something like that. I don't remember exactly how it happened. But
so was it a performance or something that you had to put up?
Yeah, it was a performance. So I had about 10 or so sessions. Wow. And I had to learn a mini dance.
We were talking about how the stretching was really difficult. Can you tell us about that?
Okay, stretching for ballet is kind of hard because you got to stretch a lot, and then you got to, and especially when you dance, you got to make sure that you are, because you can't exactly bend your knees. You know, you got to make it. Your legs have to be straight sometimes.
Check real quick. Does anyone here do ballet? Yeah, I can see some. Make some noise. Where are you? Yeah, very shy, but there are quite a few people in the audience. So you know how tough it is. And Adeline here has learned not just inline skating, but ballet as well. And tell us about that performance that you did.
Okay, it was very difficult, and I remember before the performance, I was so nervous that I went through the dance like over and over again. I didn't want to stop practicing because I was so afraid that I would mess up and fall on the stage. So that would be really embarrassing.
But you still went ahead with it, you did your best, and how did the performance turn out?
It was okay, not too bad. I guess I did okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And on top of that, ballet is not the only thing that you do. I heard you also have other activities like horse riding, and you're also writing an album.
Horse riding, that was something that my school actually invited us when I was 8 years old. I was really scared of the horse, honestly. I was scared of the horse. I mean, I went in front of the horse and I was like, this animal is so big. I'm so scared of it. And I'm like, can I go home? I started to cry. But yeah, in the end, I tried to be brave and master horse riding. As for my album, I think that was something that I do not know how it came about exactly. It was like I liked to play the piano, so I played random stuff, and I realized, hey, wait, it sounded nice, so why don't I try making a song out of it? So slowly I raised my first album in 11 to raise money for my operation, and my second album this year in May, around there, to help me to support my treatments and everything that I'm going through.
That's amazing because, you know, when I listen to Adeline, right, what I'm hearing is just so much positivity. She could have just said, hey, you know, that's it, I'm going to give up. But instead, she's done a lot of things that many of us here have never even done before. I know friends who can't inline skate. I definitely can't do ballet dancing. She's published 2 albums so far. And so, Adeline, can you just tell us, where do you get this inspiration for your optimism? Where does that come from?
I'm not exactly sure. I think I have this mindset to be positive since I was very young, but I only was aware of it when I was 9. And also, my family and friends give me encouragement all the time. And also, there's one more thing. Okay, you guys will find this a bit weird, but you know, when you watch all those children's shows that you all like to watch, actually, some of them actually have messages behind it. Not shows like Tom and Jerry. I don't watch that. But maybe some shows that they actually have a message behind it. Like some of the episodes, they talk about like tough times or maybe friendship and stuff like that. It just they have a hidden message. So I watch those shows again now and concentrate on the meaning behind every episode and sort of pick things up from there and yeah, something like that.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so next time you watch your cartoons, look out for the morals behind it, right? And you've told me a little bit about your dream. So what is your biggest dream, Adeline, and what are you doing to work towards it?
Well, I really, really want to form a music band and like sing in it. Like a lot of people, you know, you've seen those groups like, I don't know, One Direction or those.
Oh, who loves One Direction here? Make some noise. One Directioners? All right, you got support.
High five, I like them too.
You got a friend already. Okay. So it will be a full band, piano, drums, and...
Yeah, something like that, like a group of people playing instruments and singing together and things like that. That's what I really want to do, and I'm already getting started on it actually. Because I like to compose, so I sort of composed a few songs already, and I have a group of friends whom I already formed it with, and we are like currently whenever we got free time after school or something, other than studying, sometimes we will just go and practice. We try to perfect some of our songs, the lyrics and everything, and we're not going to release them yet. We're thinking maybe when we are older, then we'll do that.
Wait for it, guys. It's going to come for you. It's great music. And there's this unseen project, right, that you have going on. Tell us about it.
This is a school project, something like a school project, but not really. These people, they came to our school last year to start a workshop for those who have eyesight like kind of like mine. So they want us to like show our dreams in a exhibition. So it was a 2-week workshop, and then after that it progressed like throughout the whole year, and until now it's still going on. Tomorrow I'm gonna do another studio recording. It's for all of us to showcase what we want to do when we grow up. So for me, I like to be a singer and a songwriter. So I composed 3 songs for this project, made music videos using with my friend's help, of course. And then after that, I'm going to have an exhibition next year with the rest of the students in 2016, around like late February, early March, around that time. Yeah.
And on top of that, all these things that she's doing, you've probably seen Adeline hosting for President Star Charity. I think she's done that 3 times so far. And so sitting up here is someone who's had a lot thrown at her. And she's just come back right up and kept on fighting. And in closing, Adeline, do you think, is there anything that you'd like to say to all the young people here who are going through their own sort of challenges in life?
Well, yes, actually there is. For all of you who are going through challenges now, any stresses with work or any issues, just figure out how to, firstly, you got to distress yourself because it's not good to be stressed all the time. And secondly, be positive. Tell yourself it will pass. And also, you have to find a way to solve this problem, obviously. If not, it will take some time. But yes, it will pass. It won't last forever. It's not a lifetime problem. I mean, even though now it seems like, oh, it's so hard. I do not know how am I going to make it. Well, it will pass. I mean, now you are still really, like, at the very early stages of, we are all at the very early stages of life. So, and we still have a long way to go. So, like, all these things that we're going through now, it will pass. Maybe let's say it's something that you're suffering in school. Maybe someone's bullying you or someone is, I don't know, just some examples. Maybe you're stressed with schoolwork or something. It will pass, even though it seems like horrible and it will never pass now. But it will, because nothing lasts forever.
Oh, that's great.
And just don't give up, whatever you do. If you really like it, if you have the passion of what you're doing, don't let anyone pull you down. Do not give up.
Thank you for sharing your story with us. Let's have a round of applause for Adeline, everyone. What a story. Now, Adeline, of course, you've been talking about being a singer and songwriter. I heard that you've got prepared a song for us today. And what song is that?
The song is called The Journey. It's by Lee Salonga. And I found the song a bit inspirational, kind of inspirational. So I thought, and I like the songs, and it matches my vocal range. So I thought I just wanted to sing it today.
That's great. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm going to give the stage right now to Adeline Koh. Please put your hands together. Adeline Koh with Leah Salonga's The Journey.
Have
give Adeline a round of applause. Thank you so much, Adeline.